guys, Mike here again. Matthew chapter 1, talking about the genealogy of Jesus. I don't know if you've ever noticed this before, but it's quite different from Luke's genealogy. That's because in Matthew, the perspective of Jesus's genealogy is from Joseph's perspective and Joseph's line. But there's some interesting things that take place here where he actually names 4 women who are all Gentiles and not Jews. And then, of course, the 5th woman mentioned is Mary herself. But the four women mentioned are in verse 3. The mother was Tamar. Then Rahab is mentioned. Ruth is mentioned. And it says in verse 6, David was the father of Solomon, whose mother had been Uriah's wife. That's BATHSHEBA. 3 of them are guilty of sex sins. We have Tamar with incest. We have Rahab with prostitution. We have Bathsheba with adultery. And then if you want to go so far, you could say Mary was a teenage pregnancy. And the point of mentioning those 5 women in the line of Jesus is simply this. Salvation, it's all about salvation. Mentioning them is all about salvation. I know growing up, my parents divorced when I was quite young, and there was a lot of rumor and a lot of speculation. And I know for myself that my mum was hurt for a very long time over what a lot of people said. But what I was able to say to her in later life was that it doesn't matter what you've done. Even in Jesus's line, he had people who had sinned, who had committed adultery, who were prostitutes, who were incest, who had the shame of teenage pregnancy. And, even if you take Ruth as well, the widow, the one left alone, what is she going to do? Who's going to look after her? But Jesus is interested in those who suffer from shame. He's interested in those that have had a backstory and a bad story. He's interested in those who are alone. He's interested in those who are young with seemingly no future. So I hope this encourages you today. Have a read of Matthew chapter 1. Compare it to what Luke says about the genealogy, and just let the Holy Spirit speak to you and get you excited about people who are in your life, maybe in your family, maybe your friends. How do you reach them? Well, let that be a starting point, because Jesus is the Messiah for all people. Bless. Hey, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Hope is Alive channel and click here or here to watch more videos. Anytime you like.